it was the button that I thought it was.
It was the button that he thought it was, guys. Why did I say anything? Welcome to the Wombo Combo Show. My name's Ben Kepler.
And I'm Ben Yukonis.
We're here again. It is week 3.
I'm back this week.
Yeah, we're in time out. I'm not by myself this week. Ben is
I'm
back
this week.
Glad to see that he is back, enjoying his new job, and also here with us. Guys, if you're watching the live edit, welcome in. Glad to see all of you as well. We're going to have our Q&A after the show. Make sure you stay tuned. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you check it out on the live on Discord. We have a great time after the show, each and every episode. We also have links to all of our fun little things like our Discord.
Yes.
Things like that, where our community is, where we hang out weekly, ask and answer questions, talk football, talk smack. If you're playing against an opponent, maybe there's a fan of another team in there. We've done a lot of that. It hasn't worked out so great so far as Steeler fans. Anyways, Ben, let's jump into the show. We have a lot of things we wanted to talk about today, because today is the first day of all these injuries. That's really what it is.
There's a ton of injuries already.
I wanted to break down the fantasy ones.
Yeah.
The fantasy ones are the big ones, because, you know, who cares about the... I mean, a lot of people do. I don't want to negate this. But what does it really matter for anybody if an offensive lineman's hurt?
We're going to focus on the fantasy
aspect of it. Drop Addison for Franklin, Professor. Welcome to the show. I would not, but stay tuned. We do have ad drops here, Professor, coming up in the episode, and I want you to make sure you get those today. But on these injuries, because I wanted to cover these real quickly, Burrows, 3 months. At least
3 months.
At least. So it looks like it's going to be Browning.
Crazy. For now, yeah. For now, Browning. I don't know if they have they made.
Yeah, they brought up Rippon is one of the quarterbacks they brought up. They also have brought in some practice squad guys as well. Guys, I'm just going to throw this out there for you. I won a league with Browning once. Do not be scared. He threw 3 touchdowns and had like 300 yards and only played 3 quarters.
Even in relief, yes, he threw 3 picks, but he threw for 2 touchdowns and ran for 1 himself. He's a viable option in fantasy with those 2, with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase and Chase Brown in the backfield. He's a viable fantasy option.
He's definitely a viable fantasy option. CV, I would go with. I'll probably go with Tyreek in your situation. My next injury, I would go with Browning, guys. If you're in a double quarterback league, a super flex league, go ahead and pick up Browning. He's going to be a good rotation for you if you lost Burrow. Another guy you could have lost and might need a Browning-esque player out of the free agency. This is McCarthy. McCarthy's going to be out for at least 1 week. It's a sprained ankle.
Yeah.
I kind of think that he might be kind of injured, and they're really just letting him sit to cool off and get his head collected. Has not looked very good. He had 1 good quarter of football so far. 1 good quarter of football. 7 bad ones.
He looked bad Sunday night.
I mean, might have been one of the worst football games I've watched so far this season.
Yeah, that was a dud of a game for sure.
The Vikings
on both sides. Like the Falcons didn't look much better.
No, the Falcons did not. And the worst thing for the Falcons was their best player was Parker Romo, their kicker, who I think ended up having 5 field goals in that football game.
I mean, Bijan still had himself. Bijan did.
I get it, but when you don't get to the end zone,
I understand. I think the touchdowns will come for Bijan, but he's obviously their best player on the team.
Oh, Logan, the guy who got JT and JSN won that trade. Thanks for the question, man. Make sure you stay for the Q&A afterwards. My next injury, there is 1 more quarterback. He was out already 1 week, but you could possibly pick up Jake Browning for that reason. Logan, thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome to the team. That is Brock Purdy. Now, Macaroni Jones did play a pretty damn decent game last week.
I picked him up. I picked up Mac Jones in my dynasty league because I have Brock Purdy.
Super flex him?
Yeah, and I super flex him.
Nice.
So
20-plus points there, guys. This week he takes on the Cardinals. Brock is still out. Macaroni Jones, probably a pretty good play, but I like Jake Browning still because you're going to be able to use Jake Browning for the rest of the season. I mean, he's going to be quarterback for...
Especially 2 quarterback leagues, super flex leagues, you use Browning. I mean, obviously, if you're hurting for quarterbacks, you're going to want to get him.
He's a good snag. Honestly, you're not going to go with the kid out of Oregon who's playing for the Browns potentially, taking over for Joe Flacco. I wouldn't want him the lefty.
Honestly, I think he just went in because it was garbage time.
True. They were already getting killed against the Ravens. You're right.
Joe Flacco, as far as I know, is still the starter.
LG, what's up, man? Welcome into the live. One question here I will answer. Should I do Ibuka for Ladd and Stevenson? Nah. Yeah, I would. If you have Ladd and Stevenson, I would keep those two, Cal. If not, then hit the switch. Other injuries.
Keep Ibuka, but
keep Ibuka for. I don't know about for McConkey and the running back, but that's
off to a hot start.
That is a hot start for Ibuka. Absolutely, 2 touchdowns, 2 games. But guys, we have Q&A coming up here in a little bit, so stay tuned for that. Ben's also got some ad drops for you for this week that you cannot miss. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I am all over the place. I have one more injury when it comes to quarterbacks, though, guys, that I wanted to talk to you about, and this is Jaden Daniels. It came up late. He finished the football game, but it's a knee sprain. If you watched that football game, you've seen at one point in time he went down, he got kind of bent up on a sack, or maybe it was one of his runs for 1 yard, but regardless, he got tackled on a play where his knee got bent up. He looked over at the sideline, gave him the wave away, no, I'm good, I'm going to keep going, finish the game. I think he's going to be okay. You kind of seen him last year get bent up really bad in the Week 17 game that he played. He got bent backwards, and I thought he was going to be broken. The guy is flexible. He's young. You got to remember, you heal up quicker. Me and Ben in our 30s. When you sprain an ankle, we're down for 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, we don't heal fast.
Don't heal fast anymore. Other injuries outside of the quarterback position. We found out just 2 hours ago, Aaron Jones' hamstring injury that had him leave in the 4th quarter of that Vikings game that was so boring is bad enough that he is going to go on IR. Now, team has made a move. They've made a move. They added Cam Akers, the familiar face, back to the team. I know that's not flashy, but he will be taking over with Jordan Mason. Stay tuned for what we have on him coming up.
Full send Jordan Mason right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Full send.
In the wide receiver realm, there's some dinged up guys who may miss this next week. 2 of them in specifically that I wanted to mention for you. First is Worthy. Obviously got ran over by Taylor Swift's boyfriend. Travis Kelce. He's day to day. He was practicing last week. It looks like he's in some sort of like shoulder sling that's supposed to help support and cause less vibration as he's running. I don't know if that really means he's going to be able to tackle yet, though. Hearts, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the family. So I would just keep an eye on that, guys. Also, it didn't look like Hollywood Brown was that great as a cover for you if you used him for Worthy. Ended up with only 5 points and half PPR. Not the greatest as a fill-in for a guy like Xavier Worthy.
It was a bad matchup, too, against the Eagles.
For sure. And I have more on the Chiefs coming up later in the episode here. The other guy that I did want to mention before we move into, Ben, your topics for this week here was Jawan Jennings. Had a great game. Had a long touchdown catch from Macaroni Jones. However, seemed to re-injure the same injury that he had